switch it back to the codec. Can you hear me now? There we go. One of these is on. There it is. There we go. Okay, cool. I'll close that one so I don't need any more apologies. So actually, I'm going to restate everything I just said. So from Avs Outsider and Spencer Rail, who is in the chat right now, the Avalanche can both clinch the Central West and the President's Trophy tonight with a win. That's the key point, is a win can do that for them. So they'll clinch the Central and the West with a win tonight, or a Stars regulation loss, or an Avs OTL loss and a Stars loss of any kind. And they can also clinch the President's Trophy with a regulation win versus the Blues and a Carolina regulation loss, or a win in OT, Carolina regulation loss, and anything other than a Tampa Bay regulation win. So that's huge for the Avalanche tonight, as they can just shore up some things and get themselves in the right position all across the board to put themselves in a great spot to help themselves out. Tonight's game is a second of a essentially home and home between the Avalanche and the Blues. Unfortunately, the Blues beat the Avs 3-2 on a Robert Thomas hat trick on the 5th, which was just 2 days ago, which is unfortunate. But at the end of the day, you know what? These games matter quite about as much as the last one did. So, just got to be smart about how things will look for the teams. As you can see on your screen right now, thanks to our awesome score bug, the Avs are 50, 16, and 10. First team to 50 wins this season. Fourth season out of the last 5 for 50 wins for the Avalanche. The Blues are 33, 31, and 12, trying desperately to claw their way back into a playoff position. But they've got teams in front of them that make that quite a difficult hurdle for them right now. The point differential on that regard is currently 5 points, and tonight will be game 77 for the... Oh, little baby's crying. That's unfortunate. The 10 games left after tonight for the Blues, so that'll help them still have a chance. Oh, I got to change that. Maybe that's a prediction. Who knows? That'd be nice. This is left over from the Stars game. I forgot to reset everything 100%. Oh, that's shots. There we go. Okay. Everything almost got fully reset. Here we go. Now we're good. Made a little makeshift background for you guys today. Took some stuff from my upstairs and downstairs Avalanche wall. So... And yeah, should be fun. Good opportunity for the Avs tonight. Let's take a look at Money Puck. Preview for this one. Of course, it's taking a minute. Wedgwood versus Hofer tonight, so that doesn't really surprise me all that much as we get set here for the early pregame from our two lovely analysts, Mark Mosier and Mark Rycroft. Fun games that have impact for the Avalanche tonight. I'll be keeping track of as well. The Hurricanes and Bruins just kind of going into a bloodbath into the first intermission. Hurricanes will have a power play going in to the second period, but it is currently 3-2 Boston after one. Hampus Lindholm opened up the scoring from Zacha and Arvidsson, and then Andrei Svechnikov, Svechnikov, excuse me, I can't speak tonight. Svechnikov from Nikishin and Walker, and then Keandre Miller made it 2-1, and then Morgan Geekie made it 2-2 from Pasternak and Lindholm, and then made it 3-2 from Pasternak and Zadorov. Pasternak picking up 69, nice, and his 70th of the season for the Bruins. Penalties in that game: 2 minutes for delay of game for an unsuccessful challenge on the Morgan Geeky goal, and then right at the end of the period, Kastellanek goes in the box. 2 minutes for interference, for goaltender interference. So that should be fun. The other game that we'll really be keeping an eye on is Flames Stars, which starts exactly at the same time this game does. So that'll be a huge one. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Hofer has also been like the best goaltender in the league since I think the break. So that should make a nice little push for them as well. Yeah, Hofer has been a big surprise. He had a honestly had a really solid game against the Avs on the 5th, and it was just unfortunate. Blackwood played as well as he could, but not really looking at too many opportunities across the board to be the number one goaltender for the for the game game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs as well. The other games going on right now, the Panthers currently leading the Canadiens 1-0. Panthers eliminated, which is a beautiful thing, and the Canadiens looking to continue a good run. Lightning Senators currently 0-0. Red Wings Blues also in the second period just starting as well. Blues and Red Wings tied at 1. 2-1 Flyers on top of the Devils. If you're watching that game on ESPN, what are you doing? And other games going on tonight. The Kraken face the Wild. The Oilers face the Mammoth on ESPN. I might switch over to that game when this one is over, just because I'm kind of curious to see what that one will look like. The Golden Knights taking on the Canucks, and the Predators taking on the Ducks. The playoff race is tightening in the West a little bit, as with a win tonight, I think Utah puts themselves in a very, very precarious or very strong position to maintain that first wild card spot. The Kings inactive tonight, so they don't have a chance to improve or weaken their position, as it will be. And as Nashville is in play tonight, San Jose and Winnipeg are not. The Kraken trying to fight their way back in, but I don't think that is a foreseeable possibility. Other games with impacts tonight, the Ducks will be a game ahead, but if they win tonight, they'll move ahead of Edmonton back into that first playoff spot at 89 points. The Golden Knights could actually move up to second as well, or they can improve to even first, depending on what happens with Anaheim. So there could be a 3-team swing in the Pacific with how the games turn out tonight in those regards. The Rangers, Panthers, Maple Leafs all eliminated in the East, although the East is better, according to some. The fight for that final playoff spot, 4 teams currently sitting 2 points out, with a 5th team at 5 points out, and then the Devils 7 points out, still mathematically available in it, but it's going to be a huge leap for them if they can pull that off. Right now, Ottawa holding on to that second playoff spot with Boston ahead of them by 5 points. In the divisional matchups, it still holds the same there as well in that regard. Good to see Bussy's holding up for you there, Spencer. Nice big numbers for you. 3 shots on 9, a whopping negative 0.48 points. Holla! Yeah, I mean, I like his game. Too bad he's not playing as well as he should tonight. But that seems to be the fate of the Carolina goaltending. I'll do my best to monitor chat as best I can while running things today. I'm flying solo, so it's a little bit more difficult to monitor certain aspects of things, but I'm going to pull up the chat on my phone as well, and we'll have that ready to go and keep an eye on it throughout the evening. Just had to make sure it was muted so it doesn't come through. Yeah, Carolina as a whole has been on the struggle bus from what I can tell as well. So that should be adding some fun to this. So the opening line for the Blues will be Bergen, Suter, and Neighbors with Tucker and Fowler is the pairings, and Hofer in net here for the St. Louis Blues. Be curious to see what the Avs decide to throw out there for their first line. Yeah, I mean that's part of what makes them fun, right? It's part of what makes Carolina one of those interesting teams that are supposed to be, up for a battle and ready for anything, but at the same time, you kind of look at them as a team with a potential risk to struggle. So I'll always be interested to see how that all plays out for them as the postseason starts. Rod Brendamore, one of the other longest tenured coaches in the league. One of the things I'm going to talk about in the intermission and maybe throughout the game is my unjust hatred of John Cooper and his comments about what happened yesterday in the Pontus Holmberg injury. And just a bunch of ridiculous conjecture and honestly stupid opinion, in my opinion. I'd be very curious to hear what other people have to say about it. But as things progress through the night, we'll talk more. Also, this was sort of a last second thing, right? But he wants to get the box guy fired because he blamed him for having the door open, which it wasn't. The penalty was almost over, and the guy bumped into the door. Holmberg hit it at just the right spot and time. So, Joel Hofer, 21, 12, and 5 with a 2.56 goals against average and a 90.9 save percentage. 6 shutouts on the year for the young goaltender. That's good for them. Scott Wedgwood in net tonight, 28, 6, and 6, 2.13 goals against, 91.8 save percentage. Picked up his third shutout in his last start against the Dallas Stars. And we are underway here in St. Louis as the Blues win the face-off. Avs keep it in the zone. Drury line starting early, and Hofer makes an early save already. So starting out there with Manson. So Kelly, Drury, and O'Connor line starting out there with the Manson pair. Love to see that. Manson and Kulak. Probably see the blender pairs again tonight. Blankenberg going to probably have some reduced minutes in that regard again, but we'll see. Face-off lost by the Avs. One back actually by the Avs. Taves through traffic blocked. And the puck gets flipped forward. Here comes Thomas. Forced wide. Good job by the Avs to keep him at arm's length as the top line's now out there for Colorado. Puck pushed down the boards. Couple quick touches. Theo Lenson, that's an interesting guy. Tyler Tucker and Cam Fowler, the third pair tonight for the Blues. Good spin back. Thomas picks up the puck, throws it back, and misses his target. Given chase and spun around. Parayko's got it. Up off the glass and out. And carried in and cleared. I don't know how that wasn't offside, but that's fair, I guess. That was played by Drouin, of all people. Shot through traffic to nobody. Avs carrying it through. Poked off the stick of Manson by Kyrou and flipped up and out. Picked up by the Avs and Landeskog. Reset here through everybody and picked up by Parayko. Sent back across to his D partner. Tipped and played in. Finley pushed to the corner. Corralled by Nelson as he walks it out. Picked up by Colton. Tried to chop at that was Nichushkin and then a hand pass. And that'll stop the clock here with 18:08 to go here in the first period. Yeah, I mean, Spencer, I completely agree. Freak injury, 100%. It was one of those situations where you can't really, predict anything other than that the door was opened because that was his job and was what he was supposed to be doing at that moment. And, you can't really get mad at a guy for that. Puck trickles back into the Avs zone. Burns with the poke check. 1,002 through traffic and pushed wide by the Avs. Blankenberg trying to fight off the forward. Buchnevich with the shot and taken away, flipped up by Blankenberg and carried out by Colton. Flipped by Nichushkin into the zone. Colton fighting behind. Hofer sends it over to the D-man. The other forward, Pius Suter. Puck gets sent back through. 17:20 to go as he dumps it in. Chasing it down behind the net. Carried through, loses his edge. Could have been called a trip, but they don't really call much in these games, it seems like. Icing call early on the Avalanche. As Lindstein wins the race back. Yeah, if this wasn't a one-off situation, I would 100% say the protocol needs to be changed. But would it be weird to delay the guy getting the door open? Do they need to make a different mechanism for that one door? That's a big question to ask. Blues win the faceoff. Parayko fights around a challenge by the Avs. Playing it through, spins back, waits. Oh, good move. Something happened there. That didn't look pretty. But he's back in the play. Carried through, shot. Thomas forcing it wide. Picked up by Holloway. Holloway pinned in the corner by the Avs. Spinning back, challenged here. Snuggerud and Holloway just trying to keep the puck in the zone. So is Parayko deep. Kelly and it looks like Drury fighting for it. Changed the angle on me so I couldn't see. Picked up by Parayko through traffic, blocked. Nothing there. Pitchforked up by Taves and forced out by O'Connor. I'll give the Avs at least an opportunity for a partial change here. Run back in by Snuggerud and taken away by the Avs. So Natchez has it now. Natchez forcing a tired Thomas as he's on a change. Natchez skating fast past the dot, looking for the centering pass, blocked. Kulak to Manson through traffic, nothing there. Picked up by Natchez. Natchez at the top of the line. 15:46 to go. Pushed down. Natchez is going to send it over to Kulak, and they'll reset. Big challenge there on the forecheck by Buchnevich. Buchnevich now going to reel off as the Avs set up with a new forward line. Picked up by McKinnon. Slips through everybody, but forced back and off the puck. Corralled by Broberg and sent forward. Thrown up the ice by Davosky. Up and out, deflected and down. Finds the D partner Tucker. Tucker throwing it in. That was from Fowler. Fowler, former Duck, longtime Duck. Puck played forward. Landeskog pushing it up. Deflected off by Hover and thrown behind the net. Avs can't quite get there in time. Spins around. Kept. Avs keep it in the zone. Looking for a pass. Shot from the blue line. Forced wide. Pushed down. Kadri spinning it back around all the way through, but corralled by the Blues behind their own net. Picked up, stolen by the Avalanche, pushed through. Waugh has it. Backhand shot opportunity, saved by Hofer twice. Or just missed wide. Comes in front, shot saved by Hofer again. Kadri on the backside looking for some space as they're pinning up the boards. Protecting, shot from deep, saved by Hofer again. Another good stretch from the Avs there, but nothing to show for it. Walensky corrals it behind the net, sends it over to Taves. Pushes the puck up the ice. Avs trying to find a play on it, fighting for it. Oh, big, weird situation there from Walensky. Covered by Wedgwood, and he'll hold. 13:48 left to go. A lot of up and down. Hofer in his last 12, 9, 1, and 2. Yeah, dude's been out of his mind good. Honestly, though, too little too late for the Blues, which I'm not so sad about. But this could be another Binner moment where they find their next goalie. They move on from Binner. I'm sure he'll end up somewhere if they decide to do that or run with both of them. Let's see. I want to see something really quick. So Binnington is a free agent after next season. Yeah, so he's in year 5 of a 6-year deal. Ooh, yeah, 39 starts or 39 games played, 3.29 save percentage, goals against, 87.4 save percentage. I mean, they could buy him out. His buyout would be the buyout cap hit would be $3 million next year, 1.5 the following year. So interesting. Like, it's not terrible. If they wanted to buy him out, it'd be a little less than his accorded value right now, $6 million. But I believe he has a modified no trade, 10-team no trade list. So 7 candidate teams and then probably the Avalanche and 2 other teams. Wedgwood back in net again tonight. Saw a little clip about him and Blackwood talking about the artwork on their helmets. Always one of my favorite storylines. So it'll be Pius Suter against Nelson when they actually decide to drop this puck. And face-off is won by the Blues and quickly reset. Unless it went out of play. Manson. Oh, no, they're resetting here. Here we go. These delayed face-offs are the worst. Parayko chips it to his pairing mate. Bumped up ice by the Avs. Got a little space here, does Nelson. Shoots through traffic right into the glove of Hofer, and he holds 90 or 84 mile an hour shot there, and Hofer just can see it. I mean, other teams probably wouldn't want him anyway, but I mean, Canadian teams would probably want him if he wanted to go back. I'd be curious to look what his 10-team no trade clause is at some point, but not right now. I'm interested. I'm not that interested. Puck dropped. Avs corral it in the corner here. Across. Waits, holds. Good save by Hofer again. He's just seeing the puck really well. They have to find a way to get him moving. Again, that's one of those question mark situations you have as an Avs fan. With him specifically. I mean, the Oilers would honestly take anything that resembles actual goaltending at this point. That's been a problem for them for a long time. Shot from the blue line, save again by Hofer, and cleared out. Malinsky with the slapper there, really putting some power behind that one. Abs still without Makar. It looks like Val back in the lineup again tonight. Still waiting on Waugh as well. That puck slides through. Punched forward, but to nobody. Picked up by the Blues, carried up. Thrown towards the front, nothing there. Picked up by Natchez. Good pass through, but no, a little too heavy on the pass there to McKinnon. Puck trickles forward. He's cleared. Good job by the defense to keep it off of the stick of the Blues there. And Natchez trying to just get it out of trouble. He was surrounded by 3 different people. Dumped in by the Avs just to kind of make it difficult. I guess they're going to give the Avs the offside there. That'd be considered an intentional offside. Oh, yes, he is dressed tonight. That's right. I thought I saw his name pop up on the list. He has played exactly a minute and 49 seconds. So he's on the line with Nichushkin Nelson, looks like. And then it's Kelly Colton and O'Connor. Thank you, Spencer. I always feel silly. It's now 3-3 early in the, or midway through the second in Carolina. Puck corralled by the Blues defense. Avs out shooting the Blues now 5-2 here in the first period. Driving down the lane, drops the puck back to nobody, or he lost it, one of the two. Avs have a chance to do something here. Kadri gets caught up, but the Avs maintain possession. Waugh out there with Kadri and Landeskog. Puck carrying through around. Blankenberg trying to make a play on it. Kept in almost, but that might be offside. Yeah, good effort there by Kadri to try and keep it in, but just bounced off of him. So 11:51 left here in the first period. Let's take a look at the Dallas game right now. Dallas still on the, actually Dallas just got on the power play here. Second power play of the game for the Stars. Fighting for the puck in the corner here. Avs pitchfork it back into their own zone. Given chase as Hofer plays it behind the net. Corralled by, nobody slipped through to the Blues. Pushing up ice. Good job by the Avs defense to force it off the stick. Playing a little more physical tonight than they did against them the first time. Drury skating through the zone, looking for some space. Going to dump it behind the net. Hofer being aggressive. Drury trying to fight it back down into the corner. Does. Corralled by Broberg and over. But not out. The Avs have a chance here. Quick pass, drop back pass, shot blocked and forced wide. A lot of passing there. Shot through traffic, blockered into the netting, and the whistle will blow with 10:47 to go as that one came off the stick of Blankenberg. Again, I agree with some comments I've seen about Blankenberg not necessarily fitting into the system, but you also got to realize this is like his third game in this system. Not everybody fits in immediately. It's not how sports work, unfortunately. Guy's designed to be a 7th D. Like, we're not expecting him to be Cale Makar. So I don't understand some of the hate he's getting, but I also think, we could find an upgrade at that position at a right-hand D at some point. Face-off one and immediately saved by Hofer again. Nichushkin with the quick shot. 10:45 left now. Unless he completely missed and that didn't count. I'll take that one back. Face-off one again, this time back to Blankenberg. Nope, it's taken away by Burns and dumped in. Colton gets forced off the puck. Avs forced to chase now. Speed coming through. Blankenberg trying to make a play on it. Puck gets kicked back behind the net. Drop pass, shot, save on Nichushkin by Hofer. Carried through, but picked up. Avs keep it in, dumped high. Hofer's just going to glove and hold here with 10:13 to go in the period. Great shot from Nichushkin, just a great patient blocker. I mean, if Hofer can see it, he generally is going to stop it at this point. He's just really patient, not doing too much, not over pursuing or pushing himself too deep to make big plays. Clock's moving now, 10:09 to go. Natchez has it, carrying it around behind the net. Passed off the boards, sends it across. Picked up and thrown down the ice. Big hit to it. Hofer trying to slow it down on the glass. Throws it off his own net. Thought it was corralled by the Avs, but it's pushed out. Big chase coming through. Pushed down by Drouin. And Natchez is going to dump it off, and they're going to play it down. Quick little bump off from the D and reset here for St. Louis. 9.5 to go, halfway through the first period. Avs with 6 shots on goal so far. Kulak tries to pitchfork it out and does, forces the Blues to reset. Broberg, big hard stop there. Nice work. Puck trickles down into the corner. Kulak against Holloway, and Kulak will win that one. Nice job, Brett Kulak. Dumping it high and out of the zone. Holloway trying to make a play on it and can't. Avs corral. Everybody kind of taking up their own space, same space right now. Always tough when that happens. Dumps it in, going forward. Corralled shot, saved by Hofer, and the rebound just could not be corralled by the Avs, but they keep it in the zone with good physical play. Kadri, as the shot shoots through traffic, deflected wide by Landeskog. Oh, man. Good effort there from the Avs again, but just not finding the right combination. Puck flipped up over the top. Chased by Drouin. Dumped in front, and Wedgwood's just going to cover and hold in the corner. So 8.5 left in this first period. Bunch of back and forth. So Dallas 0 for 2 on the power play to start the game here. 6:42 left in the first period there. Only pieces of information so far. Coronado took a tripping penalty on Wyatt Johnson, and then a high stick by Pospisil on Leon Bischel. Oh, I'm sure it was the most egregious high stick I've ever seen if it happened to Bischel, I'm sure. Logan Stankhoven tied it up early in the second period for the Hurricanes. Oh, my goodness. It is now 5-3 Hurricanes. Holy smokes. So Stankhoven scored at 5:17 on a power play. And then William Carrier from Martinook made it 4-3 at 7:20. And then at 8:33, Taylor Hall from Blake and Walker made it 5-3. So in about 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes, the Hurricanes come flying back. They're out shooting Boston 24-11. They're out shooting them 12-2 here in the second period. I mean, yeah, Spencer, get all your points back, but I would prefer that the Hurricanes lose. Or, lose in overtime, maybe, I guess. I'd like to lock up everything we can possibly lock up tonight. That would be fantastic overall. I would agree. It probably did improve his face. He doesn't necessarily, have the most. He has a very punchable face. Bischel does. But yeah, 1,000 games in a row for Brent Burns, and he's at 1,002 tonight. I wonder if he eats as many hot dogs as Phil Kessel does. As we're back in action here, slowed up and picked up by Kelly, who's hit hard along the boards. O'Connor fighting into the corner. Nice job there. Kelly throwing it back around. Burnsy with the shot right into the glove of Hofer again. My goodness. Just could he biff one? That'd be nice. If it's anybody, it's Brent Burns. If the puck is going towards the net, there's like a 95% chance that Brent Burns is the one sending it to the net. They got to get some bodies in front of him for sure. That's going to be a key to the game. I was going to try and give one earlier. Shot through traffic again, and he finds that one. He's got the laser vision X factor, or X-ray vision X factor. It's just ridiculous. But the Avs are doing the right thing. You got to pepper the net. It's something that they've not done enough of this year, in my opinion. They just haven't really tried to put too much on goal. Don't forget, we release a podcast every 2 weeks. If you want to stay on top of that, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't yet, like this broadcast. Helps get it out to more people. We're trying our best to expand this channel and get where we need to go. So thank you to the 5 people who are in here right now. Cross-ice pass from Lankenberg. Oh, just trickled past everybody, but not out. Great job by the Avs to keep it in. Nichushkin fighting with Parayko, who was almost a Buffalo Sabre. Do you think he's regretting that decision now? Burns coming around the corner, sends it up and around, sent through and out. Picked up by the Blues and dumped back in, but someone was offside, so understandable that he would not want to play that one. That was Logan Mailloux. If I remember correctly, Logan had some pretty negative press about him coming out of the draft. Fake shot past to Taves through traffic, and a glove save again from Hofer. 10 shots in the period for the Avs. None of them really. I'd be curious to see what the high danger situation looks like. Yeah, we do need to get revenge from that baloney game from Sunday. Face off, tied up, and sent back to the Blues side with 7:14 to go. I'm a little ahead here. There you go. All right, puck comes through Taves. Skates, passes, skating in. His Nature's shot. Handcuffed him a little bit there. There you go. Marty with the good opportunity there. Kept in by Taves. Dumped down. Lehkonen trying to make a play towards the net and held up. But Marty Natchez doing work again, as per usual. This is what we've gotten used to seeing. Went high on Hofer, forced him to make a tough situation there. Oh, caught him right in the collarbone. And, you know, it's just enough tough situation. Sends it through all the way across. Puck in front. Held up by McKinnon. Shot through traffic. Ooh, that one handcuffed him a little bit. Coming through here. Sent back around. 6.5 to go. Picked up by McKinnon at the top of the circle. Looking around. Nobody there on the backside again. Blues moving the puck forward as Buchnevich has it. Going across. Looks and waits. Holds. Passes. Sends it back across. Avs take the puck away and move forward. All the way up through to Kadri. Drops it back to Landeskog. Back to Kulak through traffic. Nothing there. Kadri taking it back around in front, but it's tipped. Sent back forward by the Blues and carrying it up. Looking for a pass there. Was taken away by the Avs. Nice work. Sent down deep. Hofer slowing it down, throwing it off the boards back to his DE pairing. Sent all the way up to the wing. Carrying through. Puck goes wide. Corralled by no one. Manson trying to make a play in that and couldn't quite get it. 5:28 to go. Slipping through and down. Back behind the net through everybody, and it's Lehkonen who has it now. Can't keep that top line tied up in their own zone for that long. 5:12 to go. What's up, Travis? Good to see you, man. If you like fantastic music, you should check out Project Balo. They're one of the best in the world. I'm big fans of Travis and Scott. Those guys are great. Stoked to see you on here, man. Thanks for coming by. I know you're a busy man these days with your super cool gig. Blues carrying it down around, force themselves high, tight. Picked up by Drury. God, I love when the Avs do things like this. It's fantastic. .422 to go. Trying to find the seam pass and missed everybody. Great job, though, on the backside there by Nichushkin. And now Nelson pestering a little bit. There's possession change. Shot, save, rebound out to the Avs. Sent back through, touched in front. Looks, shoots through traffic, deflected wide. 4 minutes to go, and they just cannot find a lane or the net. Puck gets back through, touched back to Colton. Colton with a pass back to the blue line, back to Taves through traffic, shot, score! The Colorado Avalanche put one on the board at 3:49 left in the period, and it's Devon Taves. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Finally, tons of traffic in front, and it's an absolute laser from Taser. I can't do that. I owe Connor some money if I do that, I'm sure. Oh, that was a bouncer. What a shot. Oh, no, that's Val. That's a deflection from Val. Look at this. Ooh. Nuke with the dirty tip. Oh, my goodness. What a shot and score for the Avs. That's huge. That is massive. So 3:46 left in the period. When the clock hits 2 minutes, I'll restart the clock because I hit the reset button for some stupid reason. Avs reset here back in their own zone. Can they get another one before the period ends? That would be huge. But the traffic in front, the big key there, take Hofer's eyes away. I mean, I'm sure he even saw it, but the deflection was enough. McKinnon through. Pushing it back through, picked up by Natchez, who's fighting it off. 3:09 left. Here comes McKinnon into the zone. Drops it back, looks, waits, pass across. Blankenberg fakes the shot. Little deke. Burns back to Blankenberg, in through, tries to go short side shot, saved by Hofer, and he'll cover. And he did it again. Hofer is just insane. What do we got for that one? So after one, 6 total shots in the Stars and Flames game. Wow. The Hurricanes had double that in one period, in both periods, at one point in that one. So that's going to be a tough one to watch, I'm sure. See what we talk about low event hockey here. Not even really that many hits. 6 penalties total. Labushkin took a hooking penalty. 7 blocked shots for the Stars, though, so it looks like Calgary's kind of peppering right now. So this is the rubber match, too. Calgary took the first game on the 22nd of November, 3-2. Stars beat them 6-1 on March 3rd. So final game for these two. The Avs will face the Flames again here soon, if I'm not mistaken. I think we still have 2 games left against them. Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's a super exciting game in Dallas right now. Yes, Thursday. Thank you. I knew the game was coming up soon. 2:54 left here in the first period. Avs up 1-0 on a goal from Val Nichushkin. If the feed will come back at some point, I'm sure it will. Altitude. Unless my internet died. Okay, there we go. I was like, wait a minute. Thought maybe my power died or something. So 2:54 to go here. Fun fact, guys, we may have our first official sponsor here soon in the near future. I can't say anything else yet, but we'll see. It was Altitude. But they came back quickly. Puck gets tipped. Burnsy has it behind the net. Sends it back in front. Spin back and towards the front of the net. Tipped away, kept back. Landeskog throwing it towards the net. Still nothing there. Looking. Waugh trying to fight the puck back for the Avs. Can't do it. 3-on-2, and it gets deflected high over the top. Burns. Blankenberg. 2:12 to go. Resets, sends it forward. Oh, Drury gets his pocket picked. Good help there from the backside. Pushing through, minute 53 to go. Burns sends it all the way up and out. Tipped back to Bregan. Bregan tied up in the corner there. Tucker trying to get through but can't. Sends it in, tipped by Parayko. Dumped back in by the Blues. Bregan fighting with Drury here. Minute 23 now. And corralled away. There we go. Tried to clear it past. It couldn't. 54 plays it over. Tomarowski. Shot save. Rebound kept in the zone. Third shot of the period. First shot in a while for Wedgwood to face. 2 shots, quick succession now under a minute to go. Kyrou kept it in. Dumped it back down behind, and the Avs will carry it out now. Pushed forward by Kulak and out. Fighting to try and get through is Lehkonen. Screened off hard, but the Avs keep it in the zone. Shot wide by McKinnon. Rolled on him there at the last second. Taves threw everything. Throws it towards the net. Can't get the finish in front. McKinnon with a big hit, but kept in by Lehkonen. McKinnon shoots and score! The Avalanche put a second one in here late in the first. It's Marty Party, baby. Let's go. A huge shift there for the Avalanche. Kept it in the zone. And needless to say, peppering Hofer has been the answer. Lehkonen threw it in front. McKinnon had it roll off of his stick and roofed by Marty Necas. What a play. Unbelievable push and change there from the Avs. Much needed second goal, and it's 2-0 Avalanche. This game has been pure dominance for the Avs up to this point. Clock ticking down here. Got to play a whole 2 more periods just like this. Puck gets through. Sent across. Here comes Thomas. The only goal scorer for the Blues in the game on Sunday. Malinsky tips it back down around 7 seconds. Parayko looking for a quick one. And they're going to call a penalty on the Avalanche. Going to get Taves for tripping. I mean, that's the right call, but it still sucks. That's a tough situation to be in if you're Devon Taves there. So the Avs going on the penalty kill. They'll get a fresh set of ice here shortly. And we'll head into the first intermission up 2-0. Good period from the Avs, but it'll be interesting to see how they come out of that period. Come into the next period. I got to run upstairs and check on something real quick. I'll be right back right here on the Pesterline live stream of Colorado Avalanche Hockey, right here on the Pesterline YouTube channel. And we are back here live from my basement. Just went to go check on, make sure everything's good upstairs, and it is, so we're good to go. The Avalanche leading 2-0 in the first period. Oh, hey, what's up, Mustachio Man? If you know what I'm talking about from our, check out our previous episode, Mustache de Brazil. As the entire episode is pretty much about Alex's phenomenal mustache. Yeah. So let's take a look at what's going on in the two games that have impact for the Avalanche tonight. Right now, Boston gets one back as Morgan Geekie has a hat trick from Zadorov and McAvoy at 18:50. That one's now 5-4 Blues with 37 seconds left to go in the second period. In the first intermission, with about that one's about to start up here again soon. The Flames with 4 shots, the Stars with 2, and it is now you're 1. As it's that one's no score here through the whole thing. Yeah, 17 shots to 3 is very rude. The big thing on that one, Alex, is that the Avs dominated after the second or third shift. Avs kind of found their legs. Really, the checking, back checking, really started to kind of mess with St. Louis. And also, shockingly enough, they've kept the puck in the zone. As weird as that sounds, hard to believe, right, that the keeping the puck in the zone benefits the team and gives them an opportunity to score. Weird situation, I'm sure. Unfortunately, a late Slewfoot trip. It was a trip. I'm just doing this because it was like one of those weird situations. When kind of like backslid into the guy, it created a weird situation. But the Avs dominated the period as a whole. Phenomenal thing to see. 17 shots. I think they had 33 shots total in the period. Brutal first period if you're the Blues. So the Avs 17 shots to 3, 71.4% on the faceoff to 28.6. No power plays for either side completed as of yet. 14 hits to 5 in favor of the Blues. Blues have 7 block shots to the Avs 5, but they also have 8 giveaways, 2 takeaways to the Avs 3 and 1. So a good start for Colorado, but the goal has to be maintaining and staying in position in which you can do that and continue to play smart hockey up to this point. The Avs, again, doing what, my one key to the game before was peppering Hofer with shots. You can't be impatient. You kind of just have to push the puck towards the front of the net, and it's worked twice now. Opportunities where they've really created from shots, rebounds, and forcing him to make plays. It's been the situation. And then traffic in front. The Nichushkin goal, all set up by traffic in front, and Taves putting a skipperoonie. He bounced it off the ice right onto Nichushkin's stick, and Nichushkin putting it over the shoulder of Hofer for that first one. So we take a look at the summary. So the first goal was from Nichushkin, his 16th of the year from Taves and Malinsky. Malinsky, his 31st assist of the season at 16:11. And then at 19:32, it's Marty Necas with goal number 37, McKinnon with his 72nd assist, and Lehkonen with his 27th. And then Taves taking the 2-minute minor for tripping Holloway at 19:57. So it'll be a 1:57 power play for the Blues to start the second period. Hopefully the Avalanche can kill that one off and keep it super opportunistic for them to keep a smart look in that front. In the rest of the NHL, also in the second intermission right now, the Panthers lead the Canadiens 2-1. Cole Reinhardt from Kunin and Seth Jones, his 5th of the year, makes it 2-1. Ivan Demidov having a case for the Calder Trophy, his 18th of the year on a power play from Caulfield and Slavkovsky. The other goal was for Hagee from Zabrongo. Zabrongo's 5th assist, Verhaeghe's 25th goal of the season. The Lightning and the Senators currently tied at 1 in the second intermission. Nick Paul tied it up from Corey Perry and Nikita Kucherov. his 84th assist of the season. Jordan Spence traded from the Kings to the Senators from Brady Tkachuk and Stützle opened up the scoring at 15:46 in the second. In Detroit right now, it's 2-2 against the Blue Jackets. That one with some playoff implications as the Red Wings and Blue Jackets both sitting 2 points out of that first playoffs or that second wild card spot that Ottawa is chasing right now as well, holding at 90 points. Islanders are not in action tonight, so whoever wins that game, if Ottawa ends up losing to Tampa Bay, could take over that second wild card spot between the Blue Jackets and Red Wings. That one's tied at 2 right now. Dayton Heenan scored the first goal in the first period at 2:06 early from Mason Marchment. Boo! And then Larkin from Kane and Sider. Power play goal at 10:27 tied it up. And then Falk gave them the lead from Larkin and Sherratt at 6:27. In the second period, Zach Werenski from Medichuk and Graves. Graves' first assist of the season at 10:59 to put that one back at 2-2. The Flyers all over the Devils 4-1. Tyson Foster with 2 goals. Trevor Zegras with 2 goals in that one. Cody Glass scoring the only goal for the Devils so far. Zegras, not only does he have 2 goals, but he also has an assist to go with that as well. So a 3-point night for Trevor up to this point. 2 assists for Michikov as well. The Hurricanes currently lead 5-4, where they'll have a power play going into the third period. Geeky tying that one up with a hat-trick goal, his 37th of the season. Stars and Flames now in the second period, still no score there. In the first intermission, the Wild trail the Kraken 2-1. Adam Larson putting them back up on top with an assist from Chandler Stevenson. Games yet to be played that'll start later on tonight. You have the Oilers heading to Utah to take on the Mammoth. The Golden Knights going up to Vancouver to take on the Canucks, and the Predators going all the way west to take on the Anaheim Ducks. Those 3 games tonight in the late window all potentially have implications to rotate the entire Pacific top 3. How insane is that? The Canucks, Predators, and Mammoth have an impact on how the Pacific will be seeded coming in to the 8th of April. Just 10 days left in the NHL season after tomorrow, today actually, as the playoffs start on April 18th. If you haven't yet, please take a chance to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you are, thank you so much. But throw a nice little like on the show here for us. Give us an opportunity to send this out to other people. That's how you do it with interaction. It's always nice to have opportunities to do that. Those of you who've been sticking around for a while, I really appreciate it. No, get Hofer. With your luck with goalies, it'll mean he'll tank and it'll be great. And the Blues will suck and it'll be fantastic. I mean that as a joke, Spencer, I do. But between how much better Hofer has been playing than B, I would say, I know. I thought your playoffs already happened, though. I'm curious to see if Gavin Brindley and Logan O'Connor are going to bet on the game on Thursday, which should be fun to see as DU takes on Michigan in the Frozen Four. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Alex, if you're still here, do you know if Sean ended up getting that background we're going to do for? Because I'm excited to see how that's going to turn out, especially before the playoffs. We're going to have a new background and kind of want to have some fun with it if it is going to end up being what we think it's going to be. And it'll be fun to have it functional for us. I have some other ideas. 2 weeks makes sense just because of number of games situation. Sometimes I think it's the same in baseball as well, just based on the number of games. My mom is texting me right now. Kind of curious to see what the NBA standings look like today as Timberwolves beating the Pacers 108-82, trying to lock in their playoff position. As all the teams that are currently not eliminated are in the playoffs, it's now just about seeding at this point. All the rest of the teams are already out, which is crazy to think about. But now just trying to make sure they land in the playoff spots that they're supposed to be in. They have teams in the play-in games. So right now, Phoenix and Minnesota are fighting to see who will get in the play-in and who will be in their rightful positions. The Nuggets cannot fall into the play-in, which is awesome. They are on a really nice run. They've won 9 in a row right now, which is even better, which is amazing to think about. Always fun to see that. So, great news there. Lakers just clinched the Pacific yesterday. Rockets clinched their safety net. So it's now between Phoenix and Minnesota for who will be the 6th or 7th seed. In the East, it's a completely different story. 5 through 10 is still open for who can land where. There's a 3.5 game difference between 10th place and 5th place in the NBA East right now. And then it's a 10-game split between 10th and 11th. In the NBA, it's an 11-game split between 10th and 11th, and then just chaos after that in the West. So good to see for the Nuggets, who won 9 in a row. Always happy to see how that goes for them. Thursday is a jam-packed day in the NHL. Avs will take on the Flames here in Denver. That one will be on KTVD for all you local folks. And then the Wild face the Stars. That could be a game of implications for us as well, depending on how tonight goes. The Hurricanes, we just need the Hurricanes to lose one of the next 2 games. It's as simple as that. I know I'm simplifying it even further than I probably need to at this point, as we're heading into the second period here. 2-0 lead for the Avalanche. 1:57 left on the second power play. Excuse me, on the first power play. Man, just great setup there on that shot. Good to see from Nichushkin. Nelson, Colton, and Val have really been doing damage tonight. That line's looked really good. On the goal, it was just nice puck movement back in front, and then great guide. Great job on the screen by Nichushkin. So second period is just about underway. So Drury out there on the power play, or on the penalty kill. It's Burns, Manson, Drury, and Kelly. First 4 on the ice for the Avs as they win the faceoff. And that's been the story tonight. I mean, almost 75% face-off wins. So Broberg running the point here. Sends it back. Coming down fast is Torpchenko. Cut off by the Avs and thrown down. Nice job. I had 17. Oh, they took a shot away from the Blues. So yeah, thank you for catching that. Yeah, 17-2 in that first period. Puck trickles around and dumped back off and out again by Colorado. Lehkonen fighting through, trying to make a play on it. Broberg getting chased by O'Connor. Man, it's good to have O'Connor back on the penalty kill. Fakes the shot from Malinsky, and he gets tied up. Coming through here. Slow roll from Thomas. Shot over the top of the net. Missed high. 57 seconds left on the power play. Thomas holding. Cuts back towards the front. Dumps it back behind to Broberg. Broberg back to Thomas. Looks for the bumper pass. Nothing there, and the Avs will clear. Nice job there for Colorado. Hofer's going to dump it quickly back in as the Avs are trying to make a change here. Here comes Buchnevich, deflected in wide. Kyrou thought he had it, and it was just over the top and out. 29 seconds left. Maybe time for one or two more rushes. Hofer playing it deep again to Buchnevich. Turns it over. Here comes Nelson. He'll throw it in front. Corralled. Shot. Score! And the Avs get a short-handed goal from Val Nichushkin, his second of the night. And the Avalanche turning the tables. Hofer trying to make a huge play. Buchnevich booshed it over to... So Buchnevich lost it to Nelson. Kyrou couldn't get back. Nichushkin just soft sides. Oh, what a play by Val. Great pass. Great setup. Good patience. And Logan Mailloux tried to get there and couldn't. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, through the legs. Oh, Val, you cheeky man. So the Avalanche lead 3-0 now. That was beautiful. Avs clear it out. Clock ticking away. And not only do they kill the penalty, but they get a goal in the process. So 3-0 Avalanche here early in the second. Keep the pressure on, boys. They know what's supposed to come, and that's going to be an icing call. Clock stops with 17:54 to go. That was a huge goal. Wow, wow. Absolutely beautiful. Face off in the Avs zone. Nelson lost. Shot through traffic, blocked again, and Avs with speed. Here comes down the ice, going for the hat trick. Nice save. Rebound coming back to the Avs. Looking for a pass, couldn't find one. Forcing it through, pushed back. And the forecheck continuing to cause some problems for the Blues here. McKinnon tied up behind the play. Shot goes off the pad and out back for the Avalanche. McKinnon turns it over in his own zone. Pass, shot, save by Wedgwood. Comes through traffic. Wedgwood gets that one either blocked or pushed back away. And now the Blues are fighting for position here. Dabrowski, saved by Wedgwood. Blows the whistle and we hold. Doubling their shots here in the period. Hey, I told you Logan O'Connor makes all the difference. He wasn't even on the ice for that, but he makes all the difference. Face off won by the Blues. Keeping it in the zone, dumping it down. Tried to move it in front. Wedgwood tried to make a play on it and couldn't. Bodied through, dumped back by Tucker. Excuse me, by Fowler. Corralled behind the boards and low. So top line out there. Thomas trying to throw it through traffic. That one's blocked. Kept in here by the Blues. They are just hemming in the Avs. When it goes to pitchfork it out, can't get it out. Avs trying to fight into the corner. Holloway gets it out through the defense. Thomas trying to pass in front. Shot saved by Wedgwood. Saved by Wedgwood again. Holloway denied it. Avs are just tied up in their own zone, exhausted at this point. Thomas spins it back to nobody, and he dumps it out of his own zone. Whoo! That was a big reset here for the Avs. Puck played off the glass. Nope, picked off by the Avalanche. 2-on-1 if they want it. Back through traffic. Shot saved by Hofer. Shot saved by Hofer and bumped behind. Landeskog to Malinsky. Tries to throw it towards the net. Blocked. Puck trickles out and corralled by the Avalanche. Puck slips through everybody back to the blue line. Passing through. Comes into the zone. Across. Bodied up by Drury, but kept in by the Blues. Bodies piled up in front of the net. Opportunity if he can lace it through to O'Connor. He does. O'Connor beats one. Forces Parayko back behind. Looking. Waits. Holds. Good drop pass. Shot through traffic. Glove save by Hofer, and he'll hold at 14:59. Waugh passed it back to Landeskog, and Hofer just gets the skate on it. What a save. That was an incredible save there from Joel Hofer. 2 shots, 2 attack blocks. Okay. All right. I don't know what at blocked means, but attempts blocked. That makes sense. Face-off won by the Blues again. Probably looking at our first whistle here after this one. Shot saved by Wedgwood. Played back. Avs giving chase through traffic. Push back behind. Tipped out to Natchez. Avs have a chance here. Good slow pass out. Manson gets it to Lehkonen. Thrown up to the Blues. Slowed down there by Manson. Dumped back in and around. Is that going to be an icing? It will not be. Good protection there. Blues rushing it up the ice. Here's Broberg being forced wide. Great job by McKinnon. Puck's in front. Shot save. Pushed wide again by Wedgwood. Nothing free there. Broberg trying to throw it up the boards. Can't do it. Deflected off by the Avs. Natchez goes across ice. Avs have numbers if they want it. Pass across McKinnon. Shot save by Hofer. Actually looked like it just went wide. 13:53 to go. Very up and down right now, hockey. Avs keeping it at the blue line. Great job there. Dumps it through. Holds weights. Looks for space. Nichushkin's got it. He's got 2 goals tonight. Back across. Malinsky. Through traffic. Shot blocked in front. Off the body of Nichushkin. And spun back to the front and kept in by Malinsky. Cross-ice pass to his D partner, kept in by Nichushkin, throws it towards the back of the net, trickles off the boards in a weird angle, shot blocked. Puck's moving forward now for the Blues. Thomas pitchforks it to his partner, shot blocked. Good job by Taves to block that one in front. And bodies flying everywhere. Avs just kind of on the ice. Hofer's going to take and hold here with 13:01 left in the second period. Am I hearing? Yeah, Wedgwood was taken out. I mean, his net off the moorings. I'm curious to see what that one looks like. Blues with a couple good serious chances, but the Avs doing a great job to maintain. Tyler Tucker having a conversation with Brent Burns. Let's see what happened here. Oh, okay. So, oh man. So Colton does Colton things and Tucker responds in kind. Okay. Tyler Tucker from Thunder Bay, Ontario. His twin brother plays in the ECHL. I was trying to see if he was in any relation to Darcy Tucker, but it doesn't look like it. He's 26 years old. Kind of a goon. Well, good start to the period for the Avalanche. Shots are even at 4 apiece, so they already have more shots than the. That game's probably still got the same shot pattern. Oh no, the Stars are on the board. Riskoven from Harley and Lundqvist makes it 1-0. Stars. That one's got now 15 total shots. As this Joel Farabee ties it at 1 for the Flames, unassisted. So Riskoven scored early to make it at 4.5 to make it 1-0, and then Joel Farabee, his 19th of the year from Klepka and Oli Mata at 12:38. So yeah, no, I just checked and it had changed. So love when that happens. Still 5-4 in the third period between the Bruins and Hurricanes. Looks like it's been all Hurricanes, 31 shots to 17. Curious to see the highlights of that one. Wow. Marty Necas, 11 goals, 13 assists, 24 points, plus 13 during this 12-game road streak. Just, guys unconscious right now. Love to see it. But continuing to see contributions from key guys is always a plus when you're the Avalanche. You want to see more and more of that. And the Senators are all over the Lightning right now. It's 3-1 now. Zetterlund scored to make it 2-1, and then Sanderson makes it 3-1. So that's another benefit to the Avalanche in terms of fighting for that President's Trophy. Again, if they win and Carolina loses, or if they get an overtime win, a Carolina loss, and any result other than a regulation win for Tampa Bay. Oh no, Thomas has something in his eye. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. Every time I think of Robert Thomas, I think of Rob Thomas and Santana and Smooth. Sorry to Travis and Alex and Spencer and anybody else who's in the chat right now. So they kick Drury out, and Waugh is in. Face off won by Waugh, but it goes back to the Blues, carrying it through and dumped in hard by Snuggerud. Thrown around to Waugh, met by Thomas. Manson pitchforks it up and out. Nice job. Drury with a little leave behind for Landeskog through traffic and gets deflected over Waugh before he could get there. Thomas throws it up and out, and the Avs just making deflections left and right. Sticks in lanes tonight. That's usually the other way around, but the Avs doing the right things here as Drury tried to dump it into Waugh. Huge hit from Holloway there. Puck's going to carry into the Blues zone, but right back out. They can't touch for an offside. Landeskog throwing it back to Burnsy. Burns looks, throws it up, and it's tipped. Was looking for Landeskog there. Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines for winning the NCAA men's basketball tournament this year, and congratulations to UCLA for winning the women's tournament for the first time, actually. So that's fantastic to see. For the first time, I don't know if it's the first time in school history, but first time in a while for sure. Puck all the way across. Shot saved by Wedgwood. McKinnon goes to clear it out, and he does. They got pace here. Here comes Natchez. Natchez drops it to McKinnon. McKinnon looking to pass. Does. Malinsky through traffic. Shot save and wide. Taves throws it back down. McKinnon being challenged behind and loses the puck. Good job by Mayu there to force McKinnon to lose the puck there. Good challenge. And Avs dump it through. Pressure from Bregan there. Pushing down the ice is Neighbors. Is looking for Bregan in front. Neighbors getting absolutely hounded. Suter missed it behind the net. Corralled by Fowler. Poked and picked up by Nichushkin at the blue line. Nichushkin throws it all the way across. Corralled by Colton. Sent behind again. Colton pushed against the boards. Here comes Nichushkin again, chasing and winning. Shot towards the net, saved by Suter again. Hofer again. Pass across, tipped away, floated up into the air, and out. Oh, no, it stays in. Sorry, pardon me. Looked like the fans were reaching for. Oh, what a play by Nelson. Forces that one out. And Colton will go get a change as well. So top line back out for the Blues again. All misplayed there by the Blues defenseman. Skating in hard. Good pull up there by Kelly. Big hit into the boards. Drury has it. Trying to find a play as he's tied up. Throws it all the way across. Manson's got it. Throws through traffic. Shot deflected wide. Kept in by Drury. Drury throws it to Kelly. Played to Manson. Manson slow rolls it. Goes wide. Shot goes wide there. Chipped back in deep by Kulak. All the way across to Manson. Manson looks, holds, goes back behind the net. Picked up by the Avalanche. Thrown to Kulak, keeping it in the zone. Sends it back in front. Here comes Drury. Drury throws it back behind the net. Kiviranta plays it to Parker Kelly. Kelly going for the pass across. Big shot from Kulak. Save by Hofer, and he holds. So we'll take another break here. The Avalanche will, at least. Man. Oh, no. No, Rob Thomas was the lead singer of Matchbox 20, but he did a song with Santana. You know this. Smooth. And the running joke is that song wins Song of the Year every year. And I have a in-ears in, so I can't even hear the broadcast, really. I have to pop one out to hear what's being said. Another power play for the Hurricanes. That one's slowly trickling down. 3:14 left in the second, and the Stars and Flames are still tied at 1. And, the Sens jumping up 3-1 in the second period. Or in the third period, excuse me. And to check back, that is UCLA's first women's NCAA championship ever for them. Congratulations to UCLA. I know SC had some dominant teams in the late 80s and 90s, early 90s. So good to see UCLA get some heritage on their side. Big win for them against a very tough South Carolina side. Don Stacy, one of the best coaches in all of sports. And shout out to the future WNBA superstars that were in that game as the draft is coming up for the WNBA, PWHL, and NWSL all in full swing. Excited to see how our Summit continue to play as they have 3 straight shutouts. Unfortunately, all 3, 1 win and 2 draws in that stretch. But I got to figure that out. Great shot by Burnsy. Puck still in front, and it trickles away. As the Blues get set to carry it out. Puck trickles into the corner. Burns has it. Easy to see who Burns is with his beard. That makes my life so much easier with him out there. He and Finley are fighting off in space. Puck goes past. Dumped out of the zone. And they call icing on the Avalanche. I haven't watched wrestling in a long time, so I don't know what CM Punk's walk-in song is anymore. Unless it's actually like him performing, which would be even better. Face-off won by the Avs and pushed in out of the corner. Here comes McKinnon with a little bit of space, and he dumps in for a change. Smart choice by the center for the Avalanche. As the Blues come flying across the red line, misplayed. A lot of weird mistakes from both sides, but the Blues making ones that they didn't make on Sunday. Puck in the corner now. Dvorsky losing the puck there to the Avs. Nichushkin just kind of doing his own thing here. Oh, threw it a little bit too far behind Nelson there. Nelson, good pass to Malinsky through traffic, deflected in front, and save again by Hofer, trying to make it back, and he gets it around. Another shot from Malinsky, blocked, shattering the stick of his own teammate. Throwing it, trapped behind the net. Back out. Malinsky, another shot, this one behind the net. And the Blues will reset, giving chase. Malinsky pinching, and that's going to carry up and out. And enough for an icing call. Man, the Avs are doing all of the heavy lifting. Oh, Cult of Personality by Living Colour is a banger. I love that. Great song. And it would be glorious. It would be glorious. I don't know. I know you're saying glorious, but or hilarious, or both. Maybe you were just trying to be in between. Now that would explain some of the line groups we've seen with Kadri not being on the bench. I'm wondering if he took a deflection or something, or I don't know. But Natchez dumped in there and slips past. Kept in by the Avalanche through traffic, deflected, and nothing there. Carried up and pushed off of Dvorsky's stick. Oh, Wedgwood getting aggressive there. Big hit from the Blues. Kept off the puck. Shot goes in front. Denied by Wedgwood again. Kulak trying to find somewhere to go with it. He finds McKinnon on the opposite side of the net. He is going to throw it up, and it's not going to check up. That's going to be an icing call on the Avalanche. So no Nas on the bench. That's not fun. Ooh. And it is Sharon Govich from Klepka and White Cloud to make it 2-1 Calgary. Ooh, what a block by Kulak. Love to see it. And speaking of Kulak, he clears it up out of the zone just as far as Tucker and back in. Played up by Manson. Deflected over from Natchez. With speed comes Kulak. Kulak, great job to carry and protect. Shot from deep and a huge save from Hofer. Wow, he just kind of got that glove in it and kept it to his body. He is getting absolutely crushed right now. You love to see it. And yes, the Flames are up. Let's see here. 10.5 to go. Kane's still up 5-4. The Avs just doing all the little things tonight. That's what you like to see. So Lou wins the faceoff. Back to Malinsky. Poke checks it in, keeps it into the zone. Holding is Waugh. Back up through traffic. Shot goes wide. Kept by the Avalanche. Landeskog trying to fight it into the corner. 5:55 left in the period. Turns, looks, holds, waits. Shot from Nelson, and it's stopped. Another big save from Hofer and another big shot from the Avalanche. They are absolutely peppering this group. Whew. Oh boy, this has been a crazy day of hockey already. And looks like the Perry picks up a goal, but then Stützle answers right back. So Timmy Stutz with 2 points, I guess. Yeah, Timmy Stützle with 2 points. Kachuk with an assist, 2 assists, 3 assists, 4 assists. Man, Kachuk and Stützle has a goal and 2 assists. Brady Kachuk has 4 assists in the game against the Lightning right now. Flyers beat the Devils 5-1. That one's over. Sealer gets a unassisted goal to pretty much put that one out of reach. All that one really was. Wild and Kraken tied at 2 apiece. As we get an update now from our analysts in the studio. Cooley just unfortunate there in that one, but it's 2-1 in that game. And then in the Wild Kraken game, just a nice goal from Foligno, but that's goaltender interference by McCarron. I don't know if I agree with that one. But a lot of games with a lot of impact on these, on the playoff bracket as of right now. I wouldn't say the Blues are out if they lose tonight. Depends on what happens with the teams above them, but the Blues will be back without the game in hand. Face-off won by the Blues here with 5:44 to go in the second period. Puck won back by the Blues in their own zone. Dumped in. That one by Torpchenko. Corralled by Lehkonen. Played up, lost almost an opportunity to run away with it for McKinnon. Chasing back for it is Mayu. Cross to Broberg. Dumps it into the zone and slowed down by Wedgwood for Malinsky. Malinsky's been very noticeable today on both sides of the ice. It's been nice to see. Played back and out as the Blues carry it up. Mayu dumping it in deep. Malinsky's going to pick it up just above the top of the circle. Cross to Taves. Avs bump themselves out of the way, carrying all the way down. Hofer's going to play it himself. Oh, he thought about it for a second. They got him shook a little bit. Broberg carrying it up the ice, tries to center it and loses it. Parker Kelly has it tipped through O'Connor's stick as well. Holloway back to the D-man, loses possession. Holloway keeps it back in front. Thomas cut off by the Avs D. O'Connor trying to force it across, can't do it. And it's almost taken away by Parker Kelly on the back check. Comes across, shot, saved by Wedgwood, score. Wedgwood making the initial save and then the rebound opportunity. And who else but Robert Thomas, of course. Robert Thomas, 4 goals in his last 5 periods of hockey. Great initial save by Wedgwood, and then just the rebound went right back to him. Tough break there. Wedgwood laying out for it, thought he had it, just not enough. Oh, he whiffed on the initial opportunity. Even worse. Hate when that happens. So a fairly quiet, quiet night for Wedgwood. He's only faced 8 shots. So that, can sometimes affect a goalie, but Thomas from Lindenstein and Snuggerud. Snuggerud needs to get a Snuggie sponsorship. Puck trickles down and out. 3:58 left to go here in the second period. Yes, Alex. Boo. Boo hiss boo. And Nelson has his stick snapped in half. Always fun to have that happen on a face-off. Blues keep the puck in zone, thrown wide. Kept around. Nelson pitchforks it up and almost out, but not quite. Avs are going to launch this one out. And that'll be an icing call. 3:37 to go. Frustrating to think about that one going in. But, we move. That's just kind of how it goes at this point. 2017 draft class. My God. That feels like last week, and it's going to be 10 years. In 2 years. Or not next season, but the season after. Jiminy Christmas. There's Thomas trying to throw it in front. Good job by the Avs to keep it away. Shot through traffic wide. Hemmed into the zone again here. Broberg. Big hit behind the net. And the Avs will push it forward. Coming out of the zone is Kelly. Kelly slams on the break. Oh! Excuse me, Kulak. Looked like he got his stick caught in a weird spot. Through traffic, saved by Hofer. Puck comes back to Kulak, who's fighting to try and do something there. Puck gets deflected up and high over the blue line and into the offensive zone. Misplayed and regained by the Blues. Broberg's line mate. I think that's Mayu. Puck goes cross-ice pass. Great job there by Manson to keep him wide. Didn't let him get inside. Avs have numbers if they want him. Here comes McKinnon. Slams on the brakes. Throws it into the middle. Pass across. And Landeskog was looking for Waugh. Couldn't find him there. Landeskog bodied into the corner. Waugh kicks it off his skates. Back up. McKinnon back to the D. Malinsky through traffic. What a save by Hofer. Oh, my goodness. Wow, just ridiculous. Malinsky putting everything towards the net. Deflection opportunity there from Landeskog. And just not enough on it to get past Hofer. Shots are 31-8. So McKinnon in the dot against Finley. Face off, won by the Blues. Nate just tried to just bat it down. Given chase and slapped over to McKinnon. McKinnon with space. Deking through, trying to do something with it. Nate just slips it in front, shot wide. And then McKinnon with a huge hit to get the puck dispossessed. Coming across is Natchez. Natchez spins, throws it across ice to nobody. It bounces off the boards and back to a Blues player with 1:40 to go. Puck goes towards the net. Nice job by Wedgwood to kind of just body it over. Physicality is definitely bumped up about 3 notches here in this period. Through traffic, deflected wide. 1:25 to go. Battle behind the net. Good push off there for the Avs. Keeping him wide. Kyrou looking for the seam pass. Gets it. Tries to go for the wraparound. And stopped by Wedgwood. Whistle blows with 1:14 to go. Thought he could get the wraparound. Wedgwood got the skate there just in time. Great pass by Kyrou. And then tries to go for the wraparound, gets the blocker there, or gets the kick saved just in time. And good job by Taves to also seal off that far post. Robert Thomas is on a heater right now. Thomas in the face-off circle. Face-off won by no one in particular in that case. Puck comes out. Avs have numbers. That's got to be a penalty shot. If not a trip at least. Mayu got absolutely cooked like a steak and has to take the penalty. So Mayu's going to the box for tripping. And the Avs will have a power play. Their first of the night. Great job here. And just a horrible takedown by Mayu. I mean, I understand the stride situation, but come on, that should be a penalty shot. He's in front of him. He's taking him down. He bodies him off the puck. No opportunity to play the puck. That should be a penalty shot. I'm sorry. I'm also kind of like wanting to be a penalty shot, but we'll see. So the Avs have McKinnon up high on the left here. No Kadri, no Makar. Let's see how this looks. Back to Taves through traffic and saved by another save there. Where are you off to next, Alex? Are you going to St. Louis, Missouri? Australia? Are you going to New Zealand? Puck's going to trickle all the way back down. 40 seconds left in the period. Minute and a half to go in the... No, you're going to go to Papua New Guinea. Oh, no, and a drop pass turnover again for the Avs. And good job by McKinnon to make up for that. I'm wondering if the ice is just crap. Yeah, that's the biggest ocean. So that makes a huge difference. Hawaii, Japan. And the whistle blows. The Avs taking a penalty here. Who's going to the box on this one? Oh, nice, dude. Lucky you. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for 504. Yeah, dude, Alex, that'll be awesome. I'm jealous. Puck trickling through over the top. Puck goes wide, 2-1, and that'll end the period. And we head into the second intermission up 3-1. Oh my God, you are going. You should go to Pokemon Land. I think they remember they have one there. They also have a Super Mario World there too. I'm super jealous. Buddy of my wife's is also going to be in Japan in like 10 days. So that'll be cool. You got to let me know when you're going. That'll be something fun to talk about. We're going to check on the other games that we need to worry about. The Bruins! Pavel Zacha, 12.5. Ties it at 5. Wow. Everything is falling into place. The Senators add a shorthanded empty net goal and a power play goal to make it 6-2. Yes, your mustache is big in Japan. Just tell everybody you're Tom Selleck. I bet they'll believe you. Panthers, Canes in OT. That game's at 3-3 right now. So the Lightning lose. So that's a factor that the Avalanche needed in certain cases. Flames up 2-1 on the power play in the second intermission. Bruins, Canes tied at 5. And the Bruins are about to go on the power play. Oh, man. I wish I had my... ESPN Unlimited. I'm going to see if I can grab this Bruins game for a little bit here. Or maybe we just let Spencer tell us all about it, since that's kind of where she's at right now, and I respect it. So for those of you who don't know, Alex has a rad mustache right now, and you need to go back and watch our last episode, because, truth be told, it is 1,000% worth every piece of humor. It was beeping. It wouldn't let me. It was like... I love technology. Yeah, I have to whisper sweet nothings into my remote because it's easier than trying to search for crap. Because I'm lazy. What can I say? All right. Bruins, minute 2 left on their power play. Canes trying to get a shorty here. Kill off some of this power play. Oh, mistake. 50 seconds left. 2 minutes to go in the period. Boston kind of slow rolling here that they come in a wave. It's their weird version of the flying V. It's a B. It's a lowercase b. It actually kind of looked like one. And the Canes just absolutely annihilate this power play. It's just like it's looking like it's just turnover after turnover for Boston right now. It was Martinook for interference too. Wow. Carolina 1 for 4 on the power play tonight. Oof. I know this is an Avs live stream, but this is kind of a big deal for Colorado. And that power play is killed off with 1:11 to go. Okay, Spencer, you're on for updates. I just wanted to see if I could make that work for a little bit, and it did, and I'm happy. Now I'm just, smacking stuff. It happens. Second period stats, Avs outshoot the Blues 15-7 in that period, outshooting them 32-9 in the game so far. 61-39 now in the faceoff circle. Blues a little bit better in the second period. Both teams 0 for on the power play up to now. 18-8 hits in favor of St. Louis, 10-9 block shots in favor of St. Louis, 15-8 giveaways in favor of St. Louis. 5-2 takeaways in favor of St. Louis. But the only stat that matters is the goals. 3-1 Avalanche here going into the third period. Nichushkin scored first from Taves and Malinsky at 16:11 in the first. At 19:32, it was Natchez from McKinnon and Lehkonen. In the second period, on the shorthanded goal, it was Nichushkin from Nelson at 1:40. But it says right here, between the legs shot. Even fancy. Wow, that's amazing. And then Robert Thomas from Lindstein and Snuggerud at 15:38 to make it 3-1. The Avs have 2 penalties on the night, both for tripping Devon Taves at 19:57 in the first period, and then Gabriel Landeskog at 19:50 in the second period. At 18:57 in the second period, Logan Mailloux tripped Val Nichushkin. Let's see what Tricky says here.
Colorado better get one more goal to make up for that travesty they gave me yesterday.
This is my Aussie boy. Tricky, good to hear from you, bud. I'm going to respond on stream. If you can, brother, you should join the stream, see what's going on. I'm live right now. You got a little love on the stream this time. I missed you last time when we were playing the Canucks. You gave me some good rivalry banter, and I appreciate it. Miss you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Take care. So let's see. Lightning lose 6-2, so we got one factor in. We're done. Third period has started for Flames and Stars. It is 3-1 as Zane Perka gets a power play goal 26 seconds into the period, and the Avalanche are looking prettier and prettier now for the Western Conference, the Central, and, oh my goodness, could they win the President's Trophy tonight?
Where's the stream at? I'm at work, but I'll see if I can jump on quickly.
Oh boy, oh man. I'm about to cause some trouble for my boy here. Love this right now. This is the best. So going to overtime, the Bruins and the Hurricanes. We need the Bruins to win. Oh no, Geeky down. That's tough. Marty Nate just getting the interview for the Avalanche here. So as of right now, okay, good. So as of right now, 2 of the 3 factors for both winning the West, winning the Central, and the President's Trophy are done and in play right now as it sits. And Wyatt Johnson at a minute 16 makes it 3-2 Flames from Rantanen and Harley. Harley's second assist of the night. So we're keeping an eye on those 2 games right now. Again, the Lightning lose 6-2 to the Senators. Big one for the Avalanche there. Gives them that sort of padding that they needed. I'm not going to lie, huge night from Brady Tkachuk. 4 assists for Brady on the night. Timmy Stutz, goal and 2 assists and 3 points for him. And also a block shot and a power play goal. So big deal all around there. No, they technically don't if they win. They needed, I think they needed an any loss, if I remember correctly. Oh, regulation loss or Carolina regulation loss and any other. Okay, you're right. So with Carolina getting the points, the Prez is out. But they can still clinch the West, depending on what if they win, just win at this point. Maintain what they've got, and they got the West locked up. So the Bruins couldn't do it for us, but that's okay. Still, if Carolina loses, it just makes it a little bit easier. That's kind of how I look at it. So the Mammoth game already has 2 goals in it. J.J. Paterka from Ian Cole and Carconi. And then Curtis Lazar responds in kind at 2:04 from Henrik and Ekholm. It's 1-1 early in the first period there. Golden Knights, Canucks, and Ducks Preds have not started as of yet. Trick, we're going to break that streak, my guy. That's the thing. I'd love it. Spencer wants that win so bad for her fantasy team. I respect it. I respect it wholeheartedly. So the last team to do it, Trick, was the I think it was the 12-13 Blackhawks. But I think the Avs have won the President's Trophy only twice in their history. And the one time they did win it with 50-plus wins, they won the Cup. The other one, they didn't win it with 50 wins. So there's that factor you have to put in my opinion. That's part of it. Spencer, since you're my insider for now, if you could see if you have any updates on Kadri, that'd be awesome. I'm just trying to make sure I don't lose things here. I'm just trying to keep track of everything. That's hard to do. So 16:39 left, according to the NHL site, in the Stars Flames game. That one will be, non-matter if the Avs, win. Who, me be better? I got a lot going on here, man. I'm switching between a bunch of different things. I'm checking up on my kid. I got 3 other games I'm watching right now. The Wild Kraken game is 3-2 now in the second intermission. Holy smokes. So Montour opened the scoring, and then was followed by Matt Boldy. And then Adam Larson. Those were all in the first. And then Foligno scored 38 seconds in to tie it at 2. And then Tarasenko makes it 3-2 Wild going into the intermission. Golden Knights and Canucks, Predators, and Ducks start in about 5 to 10 minutes. And the Mammoth and Wild are still at 1-1 apiece. Only 3 shots in that game, so goaltending not really an option so far. Yes, I respect it, Trick. That's fair. And Alex, would your mustache want me to be better? I think your mustache would want me to be better too. And Canes win, pull off the victory. Game winner from Jacob Slavin, Colorado's own. Bring him home, boys. Bring him home. From Aho and Svechkinov at 1:13 into the overtime period. So the Canes get the win and get the 2 points. The Avs just got to, keep this space. Looks like it's going to be a 1-game difference here. Yeah, Slavin's first of the year. I mean, he is a defenseman, so not all defensemen score a shitload of goals. Just waiting for this third period to start here in Colorado. Excuse me, the game is actually in St. Louis. I take it back. But it's good to see you here, Trick. Always fun. Not everyone is Kale. Not everyone is Evan Bouchard. Not everyone is, who else? Adam Fox. Not everyone can be Paul Correa. Or not Paul Correa, Paul Coffey. My God. Oh, we just need a win. That's at this point. I've stopped caring. We need a win. Robertson from Duchesne and Myers makes it 3-3. I mean, are we really expecting the Flames to do much of anything? Everybody likes to see the Stars lose. It's fine. I'm expecting big things from the Canucks tonight, Trick. They may only have 52 points, but they've won 2 of their last 10. So that's gotta mean something. They'll have the most ping pong balls in the lottery. Hopefully that's a helpful situation. I think anybody who isn't a Stars fan likes to see Dallas lose. Honestly, I think anybody who's a sports fan who doesn't root for a Dallas team wants to see Dallas lose in any regard. Man, both the Alberta teams just with low event hockey tonight. It's weird. I mean the Stars game right now, 26 shots between the two teams. The Avs have more shots in 2 periods than that game has total between the two teams right now. That's insane to think about. The block shot totals, there's more block shots than shots on goal right now. There's 27 block shots between the two teams. This is just bananas. We're getting set here for the third period. Just 57 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, and then we'll go into a short power play for the Blues. Just under a minute. And the Blue Jays lost again. At least they didn't lose as bad as they lost yesterday. Jiminy Christmas. This is not a good year for the NL or AL pennant winning team from last year. Not a good look at all. I mean, even your brother, who is a Cowboys fan, likes to see them lose from time to time, Alex, I'm sure. All right, as we head into the... Man, my latency must be rough. I'm sorry. I just realized how far behind I am. Oh, it looks like a hand for Kadri. So McKinnon in the faceoff dot with Drouin. And we start the third period. As it's Bergen. Deep pairing back pushing. Spins back, holds, continues. 35 seconds left on the 4-on-4. That's Cam Fowler back across. Ice pass deflected by the Avs. Held onto by McKinnon. He's drawn Drouin wide. He makes a man miss. McKinnon with speed through. Shot by Natchez and deflected high over the net. And out of play. McKinnon doing a little hip shimmy. A little Cale Makar hip shimmy. Love to see it. Thanks for those who are popping in and checking us out. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and catch up on episodes. We got some shorts and some longer clips coming out in the next week or so. Over this week, excuse me. And more content coming to you guys next week after we record our next episode. And the Avs are now on the power play, or on the penalty kill, excuse me. That's going to skip through, and Nichushkin looking for his second shorthanded goal of the night. Puck skips through, comes in behind. Tor looking for space in behind. Shot wide. Oh, closed down deep, and they just couldn't get it through. Holloway looking for space. Broberg has it. Broberg looking for a pass. He finds Thomas. That's taken away. They were looking for the backside. They were looking for Holloway. Thomas has it with 9 seconds to go. Three seconds. And Landeskog is out of the box. He's going to make a chase for it, but it's going to go right to Hofer. He's going to pull it behind his net, and we are clocking it. Parayko pinned against the boards. Good job by the Avs to try and keep it wide here. Kulak fighting in the corner. Blankenberg also trying to force it away. Tucker tries to get a shot, and it's blocked. And Avs player down. That's Natchez. Caught with a follow-through, looks like. Yeah, so Kadri looked like he took something off his hand. Picked up by Colton. Shot save. corralled behind the net, lost, and Hofer doesn't have it. It's still behind the net. Great job by Colton making chaos behind the net here. Forecheck from the Avs is creating problems. Lehkonen, can he keep it in? No, he can't. Pushed up by Kyrou. Kyrou holds, waits, shot deflected up and over the netting and out of play. Ooh, Nate just took a shot off the, like right off the top of the foot there. Ooh, that's going to sting for a little bit. 16:54 to go here in the third period. Avs lead 3-1. So I'm used to doing radio where I don't have a bug. I'm stoked I have a bug now. It's kind of nice. Face off one shot through traffic, nothing there. Corralled up and out by the Avalanche. Nichushkin has it, sends it off the boards to the far side. Hofer puts a kick save on it. Nelson from his knees gets it back, thrown up and out past the Avs. Having to give space and skate through. Wedgwood there to corral and throw it around as he was being chased down by Snuggerud. Puck goes wide. Played by Holloway. Thrown across, but blocked again. Holloway from, I believe they got him from, him and Broberg, I believe from Edmonton, if I'm not mistaken. Puck gets passed forward. Kulak, also a former Edmonton Oiler. Puck gets thrown up and through, but not out. Kulak fighting hard. Kept in by Suter. Poked through. Neighbors drifting into the slot. Body down. Looking for an arm. I don't see one, so no trip there. He looked like he just maybe dove for it. And pushed off the puck is O'Connor. And the Blues pushing the puck through the net. Here comes Broberg. Dumped in. Broberg gets it back after the chip off from Torpchenko. Corralled by the Avs. Thrown up the ice. Lehkonen loses it. Parayko has it now. Parayko throwing it in. Turning up the ice is Torpchenko. Getting hounded by Kulak. Flipped up and over the top. Finley, the first one there behind the net. Sends it back to Parayko. Waits, passing low behind the net again. Back to Finley. Finley has it. Nate just with the tap, and the Avs corral and keep it away. Here comes McKinnon. Down the side. Fast. Pulls up at the circles. Looking for some space. Dumps it back to Taves, and just a unnecessary pass from McKinnon again there. Trying to do too much. Puck goes all the way across. That's going to be an icing call, and that will get the whistle blown with 14:29 to go. Still 3-3 with 9:33 to go for the Flames and the Stars. Whew. So face off in the Blues zone here. Face off won by the Avalanche. Corral back to Taves. Taves through traffic, deflected on net, but wide. Puck gets moved up, bodied up by the Avalanche. Nichushkin trying to keep it in the zone. Does. Fights with three Blues, and it's going to be corralled and thrown out by Holloway up and out of the zone, but Malinsky to Taves. Taves back to Nelson. Landeskog gets tied up before he has a chance to make the play on the puck. It's moved through everybody and out. Blues trying to make a play on it. Can't do it. Sniggerud gets it up. Oh, what a deke. And a great save by Wedgwood. Unbelievable stick control there from Holloway, and he just couldn't finish. Holloway cut down from behind, turns it over. Avs 1-on-1. Great, tough pass there from Drury. Good job by the defense, Tucker, to keep it wide. Drops back. Heavy shot from Manson. Tried to go for the deflection, and it's blocked. Puck gets spun back around behind. Avs looking for a chance here. Drury loses the puck, but it's picked up by Burns. Walking in. Shot saved by Hof right in chest again. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah. I thought I saw some celebrating. I was like, wait a minute. What's going on? 13:09 left in the period. There you go to commercial. We'll take a look back at the Flames game here. It's been all Dallas in the third period. 9 shots on goal between the two teams. Still only 29 shots total. Neither team with double-digit shots on goal in any period so far in that game. The Golden Knights and Canucks have begun. The Ducks and Predators have begun. Ducks 4 shots on goal already in the first 2 minutes. McDavid from Bouchard and Tristan Jarry on the power play at 8:30 or 8:56 gives Edmonton the 2-1 lead. Canadiens beat the Panthers 4-3 in a shootout. The Senators beat the Lightning 6-2. The Blue Jackets beat the Red Wings 4-3 in a shootout. Flyers crushed the Devils 5-1, and in OT, the Hurricanes beat the Bruins. So those games, let's see how those shape up. So Carolina officially wins the division with their win tonight. They clinch the division in the Metro. They're the only team to have clinched a playoff spot in the Metro so far. They got 10 points ahead of everybody else at the moment, with 8 points remaining. The Devils officially eliminated from playoff contention tonight. Ottawa holds on to the second playoff spot at 92 points. They are 4 points behind Boston for the first wild card spot. The Flyers and Penguins looking pretty good right now in terms of conference play. The Flyers and Blue Jackets kind of look like they can go back and forth. 2 points separate them at the moment, 90-92. Oh, Rachel had her baby. That's awesome. Puck trickles back in front. 13 minutes to go in the period. Turnover, but kept it in. Kyrou moves it forward. Dumped in. Carried around. Slips through, but what a job by Natchez with a little gentle touch to make sure the puck stays with the Avs. Another good play by the Avs D group that time, but turned over. Broberg in deep. Broberg spins back. Bodied up. Puck goes. Big hit. The Avs forcing the pressure. Broberg looking for Parayko. Instead goes behind the net. Throws in front. Denied by the Avs. An opportunity there from Bregan, and he can't put it in. Corralled by Drouin. Drops it back to Broberg. He dumps it into Bregan. Neighbors with a chase, and it's covered by Wedgwood. 11:57 to go. Congratulations to Rachel Toss, the altitude correspondent, having her baby. Yeah, les habitants de Montréal. Fantastique. As of right now, I think they're the only, them and Ottawa are the only Canadian teams in the East who will be going to the playoffs. Face-off won by the Blues. Parayko looking to play it back down deep. Goes all the way around to nobody. Dumped high and out. Slapped in by by Colton. Hofer plays it up to Thomas. Thomas to Holloway, who's cut off. Good job by the Avalanche there. And being harassed is Nichushkin, who gets it up and out. Puck goes towards the front of the net. Thomas dumps it forward. Blues can get number. Oh, what a play by Nichushkin again. Goes for the drop pass. Nichushkin with the steal. And the Avs can get numbers if they push. Great job by Colton to pull up. And Nichushkin gets hit for probably the third time tonight. That's questionable for interference and no call. Puck goes back to the Avs. 1-on-1. Here's Landeskog. Slams on the brakes. Throws it to the trailer. Cut off the puck again is Nichushkin. Trying to make a move, and Tucker absolutely drops him. Blankenberg from the distance, and glove down. 10:42 left in the third. Man, the physicality of this game has stepped up immensely. Whew. So the Habs have clinched a playoff spot as well, which is awesome to see for them. 10:42 to go. Face-off won by the Blues. Yeah, McKinnon's been really quiet tonight, minus his assist. He's been kind of tied up, which has been tough. And missing the backdoor play there. Bregan was looking for Neighbors, and Neighbors just couldn't put it away. Fowler dropping it back to Tucker. Picked up by Neighbors. Poked away by Natchez. Drury trying to make the play behind the net. Can't. Throws it back through traffic. Blocked again by the Avalanche. Tries to poke it back through again to Bregan. And Blankenberg tripped. Like, I don't know what else to say there. Gets his skates poked in. Nothing there. 9:50 to go here in the third period. Puck bounces off the boards into the Blues' hands. Here comes Broberg trying to drive through. Does Deeks past one. And oh no. Wedgwood's back. He's in some serious pain. Oh no. Broberg came violently crashing to the net. Penalty on the Avalanche, like no question, it's a penalty. But McKinnon looks like he's the one who's going to the box. I'm kind of curious to see what the call is here and what the situation is. I want to see the replay. Taves is talking to the referee. Let's see what happens here. So Broberg skates in. Oh, that's not a penalty. He just blew a tire. And then Wedgwood goes, he went straight into the post, and the post didn't give. Oh, my gosh. That's not a trip, though. Malinsky didn't turn him. Broberg turned himself. And then the post didn't give. So, wow. I'm kind of in shock. 9:35 to go. They're going to take a break. Let's see if they... Just curious here. Let's go to the summary. Yeah, they're going to get Malinsky for a trip, but he didn't trip. I completely disagree with the call. Broberg blew a tire. But no, you get Wedgwood out right now. Like you bring in Blackwood for the rest of the game. Like you can't risk him any further doing any further damage. Honestly, at this point, make sure he's good. Like if you have to call up Minor for a couple games, if you have whatever you have to do to really Oh man, that's it's like one of those weird reversal of fortune situations. Cuz like I mean, what can you do there? I'm sure every Blues fan across the planet is going to be like, "Well, you tripped your guy into your own goalie." So, yeah, Callie Rosen actually hit Kadri. That's the difference. I'm curious. It didn't really look like Malinsky made any contact. It looked like Broberg was trying to stop, and because he's a defenseman, doesn't skate very well. He just blew an edge and ran into Blackwood, and then the goal didn't give way. Like the post didn't lift off the mooring, and yeah. So let's see. That's not a like I don't call that. Let's see. Okay, by the rule of law, that's a trip. That is a trip. I am wrong. I admit I am wrong. He got the front skate and he couldn't turn and stop. I'm wondering if it's just a bruise, Spencer. I don't think they would leave him in if it was in. It would leave him in the game if it was absolutely serious. Broberg, if he can't move, they need to take him out. Like if it's going to stiffen up, he needs to get out of there. Drury trying to make a play on it, can't. Neighbors carrying it back. Broberg gets it blocked by Drury. Back to Broberg. Through the seam, back to Broberg. Shot saved by Wedgwood, and he covers. Maybe you don't trust Blackwood at all. I don't know. Or he convinced them to stay in. I'm not there, so I can't tell. My guess would be that it's not serious at all, and it was more the shock of the post not moving on him. We'll see what it looks like after this, but that would be my guess that it wasn't bad enough to take him out. Broberg keeps it into the zone as they can't clear. Back to Broberg. Back to, looks like Thomas on the left here. Throws it high. Good save by Wedgwood again. Holding the post. Stolen away by the Avs. And cleared out. Yeah. Sometimes it's better to play through pain. You know, don't let it stiffen up. Good to keep it moving. I know certain situations like that, if it's a muscle injury, it's sometimes good to just keep it moving. Don't sit on it. 37 seconds left. Puck down all below the goal line, blocked by the Avalanche, forcing it out. Coming back through. Taves, good check. Manson, good check. Taves, massive clear, and the Avs get it out of the zone. Played up through by Mayu. Dumped back in. 8 seconds left on the power play. Back across. Mayu keeps it in. 3 seconds. Looking. Good pass. Kyrou shoots. Blocker save and out. And the Avs kill off another power play. 3 for 3 on the night for the kill for the Avs. Unfortunately, only one power play for them, and it was a very short shot. Save by Wedgwood. I'm going to say, Spencer, he looks no worse for wear right now. In terms of the saves he's making, we'll see. But if he's not feeling it, he should be out. I agree with you. So 7:19 left here in the third period. Puck goes back through the Avalanche, and they are currently offside. Resetting back. Taves with a little push back Parayko slips it through to Thomas. Back across, shot. Nope. Trickled past as they try to get the shot up. And waving off the icing as Landeskog's the first one there. Hofer playing it off behind. Parayko carries it up ice. Looking for something, nothing there. Spins back and corralled by the Blues. Puck going into the corner. Manson picks it up. 6:24 to go here, throwing it down. Kick back around. Hofer has it. Throw it down. Here comes Bregan. Bregan sending it back around. Sent back, kept in by Neighbors. Pinned by Drury behind the net is Suter. Flipping up and out and slowed up. Tucker has it as Broberg comes off the ice now. Third pair out there with the second line. Kyrou. Puck tipped. Sent around. Picked up by Drouin. Buchnevich looking. Holds. Kyrou through traffic. Shot goes wide. And the Avs have a chance. Pushing out here. Holds, waits. Good job by Nelson to force the drop in. Sent around and past Nelson, out by Hofer. And it goes up to Kyrou. Kyrou with pace. He's looking for a little help, and they pushes wide. Great job by Malinsky there to not allow a shot. A clean shot, that is. Flipped up by Waugh. Parayko near high stick there. Stepping through now. Coming down the ice is Holloway. He gets pushed off the puck by Kulak. Former teammates there. Chopped out, and puck moves back across to Linenstein. That was Sniggerud. Big slap by Kulak, but kept in by Sniggerud. Dump. Low, below the line, shot, and missed. And that'll go out of play with 4:20 left here in the third period. The body language for the Blues is defeated. That's what it looks like to me right now. Minute left in the third period. Still 3-3 in favor of nobody in the Flames Stars game. Wilder up 4-2 as Marcus Johansson adds a goal. Oilers now up 3-1 as Nugent Hopkins adds a goal. Still no score in either of the other two remaining games so far. The Golden Knights out shooting the Canucks 6-0, though. Thanks again to everybody who's watching right now on the Pester Line YouTube channel. Appreciate you. If you haven't yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We got updates coming your way this week with some new content, favorite clips from last episode. You get to hear all about Alex's amazing mustache, as well as three of the most mustachioed players in NHL history that are fantastic. They're also on the cover of the they're on the thumbnail of the episode. If you can name those guys, it'd be awesome if you haven't watched it yet. Wish we had like prizes to give you guys, but we don't. First period that the Blues have outshot the Avalanche 7-6 so far. Wedgwood 15 of 16 saves tonight. There you go. Crisp high five from Alex, the mustachioed man. Face-off won by Nelson. A big face-off win. But it's kept in the zone by Holloway. Forced out by the Avalanche. Played up the ice. Empty net for the Blues with 4:06 to go here in the period. Shot, and it is blocked. Oh, I thought it was an opportunity there. Puck gets pushed away. Landeskog gets there first. Great job. And then Broberg tries to draw a penalty by throwing himself to the ice. Philip Broberg must have gone to the Evander Kane School of Dumbheadery. What an idiot. Force himself back here. 3.5 to go. Here comes Thomas, and it's forced wide. 3:20 left in the period. Clock continues to tick. Avs giving chase. Here comes Natchez. And it's played back to Parayko a little deeper than he wanted it. And waiting behind his net. Moving forward now. Is Fowler. That was push it up to Parayko. Kyrou out there now, as well as looks like Buchnevich, so it's second line plus. Through traffic, save by Wedgwood. Great shot and great save there. Puck bounces forward. Looking for something. Back across, deflected by the Avalanche. Chipped forward. Tipped up, and McKinnon trying to make a pass there. He should have just taken the shot. He is nervous for some reason right now, it feels like. Lehkonen tips it away. Bodied up, corralled, poked away. And, okay. Broberg with the drop pass. 2:07 left. Kipped away. Here comes Nichushkin, and he just pushed it wide. Kept in. Nelson trying to tip it in front. Can't do it, and the Blues will roll forward. Under 2 minutes to go. Bodied up there. Puck's in front, goes around wide. Dumped in front, tried to force it in the net. He can't do it. Great job again by the Avalanche. That's going to be dumped down the ice. 1:34, and that's going to be where the whistle blows at 1:34. Oh, man, what a job by this Avs front. Just kind of helping him out, keeping things going. I think that he got his stick chipped right before he took the shot, but that might just be me playing nice there. Avs lose the face-off, goes back to Holloway. Touchback pass back to Holloway, and that one's deflected up and out of play. Minute 27 to go here. Joel Harrison Eck adding a goal, making it 5-2 Wild, so that one's done. Manson with a quick conversation of instructions for the Avs here. Nelson back in the face-off circle with Thomas, and it's won by the Blues. Holloway back to the blue. Mayu with the shot blocked in front. Chipped. Nope, not out. Holloway can't get it. Manson fighting in the corner. Still trying to keep it buck behind. Moved around to Snuggerud. Snuggerud trying to find a pass. Goes behind the net. Missed. Manson knocked it down but not out. And that one's going to go out. That one's going to trickle fast. And not an icing because it was off a Blues player on a bad pass. Reset Mayu. Goes to the pass. They go through with some pace. Drop back. Mayu has to dump it over. Broberg picks it up. He is activated deep on the blue line here. Bregan shot blocked. Thomas Behind the net, Holloway, 30 seconds left. Holloway trying to throw it in front, can't do it. Thomas has it. Back to Broberg through traffic. No, it's blocked again by the Avalanche. 21 seconds left. 17. Puck trickles down into the Avs zone, and that's going to be an icing call with 10.9 left. So that will bring Hofer back into the net. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 10 seconds away. 10 seconds away from the West and the Central being Colorado's. Stars pick up a 4-minute double minor power play. Chopped back into the corner. 7 seconds. Parayko. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, your Colorado Avalanche are the Central Division champions. The Western Conference best record. They will have home ice advantage throughout the playoffs. And the Avalanche are your number one team in the West. Congrats, boys. That's a huge, huge clinch, huge win, highest point in the Central Division. We love to see it. 51, 16, and 10. The Blues fall to 33, 32, and 12. Oh, Robertson took a high stick. That's too bad. I do feel bad for him. It's a huge bummer. Actually, I'm not trying to be mean. 51 wins. I think is what the let's take a look here. Let's see. That would be tied for, 56 wins in 21-22 is the most we've ever had in franchise history. And that's when we won the Stanley Cup against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So, 50. So since 2021-22, 56 wins, 51 wins, 50 wins, 49. We're now to 51, which is tied for fourth most in club history, which is fantastic with 5 games to go. Who knows where we'll end up on that front. Florida had the President's Trophy that year. How many wins did they have? Holy smokes. Florida had 58 wins that year. 122 points. My goodness. That's impressive. But a great game for the Avalanche tonight. Just everything you would ask for from a team that needs to continue to play well. Unfortunately, it can't lock up the best record in the NHL tonight, but a great job by the good guys in that regard to lock up some very important points and put them into possession of the Central Division, despite what happens at the end of the Stars-Flames game, which is fantastic to see. Big game tonight from Val Nichushkin. 2 big goals. Natchez with a goal tonight. Thomas with a goal for the Blues. But the story of the night is going to be what is up with Scott Wedgwood. We'll keep a close eye on that. Looks like Nazem Kadri also took a shot off the fingers or somewhere off of his hand early in the second period. He only played 6 minutes of ice time tonight. So that's going to be another story as well going into this. You get Nicholas Waugh back, and then you lose Nazem Kadri. It's just, one blow after another. So Bardakov or Kiviranta will be back in the lineup probably for Thursday's game, depending on what's up with Kadri. On the other side of the coin, it'll probably be Mackenzie Blackwood, more than likely throughout the night. Wedgwood, 18 of 19 in the net tonight, 94.7% save percentage. The one goal given up was just a tough situational play from Robert Thomas, who has scored 4 goals in the last 2 games against the Avalanche. I hope the Stars still lose too. It's always better when they lose. Nobody likes the Dallas Stars except Dallas fans, as we mentioned before. I know that to be true. Little post-game thoughts from me. I liked what I saw for a majority of the game tonight. They played from start to finish. A couple moments where they were hemmed in their own zone and they managed to hold, and it was fantastic work. Big respect tonight's from Sam Malinsky. Malinsky did a lot right tonight. The trip on Broberg was the real only mistake I saw from him tonight. But truth be told, guy played his butt off. Brent Kulak also played a phenomenal game. Val Nichushkin was very noticeable. Obviously, 2 goals tonight, but also just a lot of smart plays. That his pressure has always been something fun to see from start to finish again. Good to have him back in the lineup, and hopefully we can keep him around for the playoffs this year. Guy makes a huge difference all around. Defensively, got to continue to play like they played tonight. That's the group that they have in the way they look tonight. Was top notch. Looked phenomenal. I mean, even Blankenberg played 13 minutes tonight, which is not. He had 15 shifts. He also had 2 block shots. No hits with 2 block shots and a shot on goal tonight. Top defenseman, obviously Devon Taves with an assist. Huge day from him. Ironically enough, only Burns and Manson had 1 hit apiece. So the Avs didn't get a lot of hits on the Blards tonight. They actually got out hit 22-11 by the Blues tonight. And really did a good job of kind of keeping things down off of Holloway's stick. Snuggerud didn't really do much tonight either. In their opportunities, the top line only had 5 shots as a whole on net. They forced 3 giveaways from Robert Thomas tonight, so big deal from there. Face-offs balanced out by the end of the night, 54-45. Oh man, good to see the Flames definitely keeping it close and tight. Hofer played his butt off tonight. I can't deny that again. He's continued to play very well for the Blues. It's just an unfortunate situation for anybody who's a Blues fan that they continue to not find enough to get wins for them right now. I know that that's an unfortunate situation for them specifically, not for anybody who isn't a Blues fan at the moment. They have not updated the brackets yet on NHL, so when they do, it'll be great news for the Avalanche as a whole. But again, your final tonight, Colorado Avalanche. Actually, I'm going to stick around until the end of the Stars game because I kind of want to. Let's turn that one on. Let's whisper sweetly into the remote again. ESPN Unlimited. ESPN Unlimited. I am apparently not very clear when I speak, so if you guys need me to have subtitles. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, that's how I feel every time I have to talk into the remote. Any post-game thoughts from anybody else in the peanut gallery of the 4 of you that are here? I'm just always curious. Again, I want to see what happens with Wedgwood. Always interesting to see what's going to come from that. I'm hoping it was just like, one of those shock situations where it looked like it just hurt. And it's unfortunate. Oh, and I was just about to pull it up. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate your superior knowledge as always. Oh, Cooley absolutely got danced by Wyatt Johnston. Oh my goodness. DU's own Devin Cooley. That's just tough there. I don't know what else to say. Just an unfortunate. He just got put in a bad situation. Probably not. And honestly, I don't. I don't think he's going to win any awards, truthfully. If he holds on and wins the Oh, okay, good. The wind was knocked out of him. Okay. Good. That's good news. I mean, nights like tonight, no, he's not going to score, but I also think that they were targeting him. He had 3 dudes on him all game long. That was the other part of it, too. The assist he got tonight was because his stick got tied up. And it kind of just fell the right way, which is always nice to see. Getting the bounces you get like that. So, oh, okay. Oh, no, they're talking to him. That makes sense. So, and if anybody is going to win it, I want Cole Caulfield to win it. That'd be nice. I'm going to put out a different candidate for who I think should win the Hart. If they make the playoffs, I say you give it to Macklin Celebrini. I think Sean makes a great case in our last episode for someone else on the Avalanche to win the Hart Trophy, but it's a long shot, but I'd love to see it. But no, a game like tonight, Mac's not going to get anything. Did Caulfield go goalless tonight too then? Oh, no, Caulfield. Oh, well, Caulfield scored the shootout winner, but that doesn't count. Oh, yeah, Yeah. So, Landy, it was Landy, but you should go listen to Sean's argument as to why. It's great. Well, good news that Wedgwood's going to be okay. It makes me very happy. Still no goals in the Golden Knights, Canucks, or Predators Ducks game. And it's 3-1 Oilers on top of the Mammoth. Other games from around the league tonight. Canadiens beat the Panthers. Habs win 4-3 in a shootout. Caulfield gets the game winner. And it was Suzuki at 1939 that took the game to overtime. That's fantastic. The Senators beat the Lightning 6-2 in a massive way. Happy to see the Senators taking down the Lightning. Always fun for us. Blue Jackets win in a shootout over the Red Wings 4-3. Adam Fantilli taking it to overtime, and then Zach Rowinski getting the shootout winner for the Blue Jackets. The Flyers decimate the Devils on a big night for Trevor Zegras and Tyson Forster as they win 5-1. The Hurricanes win in overtime. Morgan Geekie gets a hat trick tonight, but it's not enough to carry the Bruins over the edge as Jacob Slavin gets the game winner, his first of the year. The Stars win in overtime, a goal by Wyatt Johnston to put them up 4-3 in that one, and the Wild win 5-2 over the Kraken. But the game you were here to see tonight, the Colorado Avalanche defeat the St. Louis Blues by a final score of 3-1. It is tentative to see if I will be back on Thursday. I'll let you guys know. But until next time, please keep up with us. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm Michael LeBlanc. As always, from the Pester Line podcast, we end it with a great night, and K love you, bye.